Game week 20 is soon upon us. We've all been given a new set of chips, and all those new chips have to be used between game week 20 and game week 38. So in this video, I will take a look at the best possible wildcard and free hit team. So if you're playing a chip and if you just need some inspiration for your next transfers, hopefully this video can be helpful. Let's have a look. In goal on a game week 20 wildcard, I would go for Jordan Pickford. Solid fixture in game week 20, playing at home against Brentford. Everton, they are a really good defensive side, and when we consider the upcoming fixtures for Everton, I think it really makes sense having Jordan Pickford in. Only selected by 11% of the managers, so he is a really good option. There are other options from Everton in defense like Michael Keane, and I wouldn't be afraid to double up on their defense given the fixtures. On my bench, I have Dubravka. There is actually another option available at the same price, John Victor, starting the last couple of games for Nottingham Forest. But I really think that Dubravka, he is probably still the best bench option. So in goal, I would go for Jordan Pickford, and on the bench, Dubravka. In defense, Van Hecke, Guardiola, and as mentioned, Michael Keane. I wouldn't be afraid to double up on their defense. Michael Keane is one of those defenders that can pick up attacking returns and defensive contributions. Same goes for the other two, Van Hecke and Guardiola. They have attacking threat, they can pick up defensive contributions, and they have some really good fixtures. So probably not the best fixture for Man City and Guardiola in game week 20. Kind of a tough game, but it's at home at the Etihad against Chelsea. I think that if they can't keep a clean sheet, Guardiola, he might very well pick up an attacking return. So Van Hecke at home against Burnley, only selected by 4%. And Guardiola, as mentioned, a solid option, even though the fixture is not the best. So on my bench, I would have Dalot. I think that he is a solid option as well, only priced at 4.4. And Man United have some good fixtures coming up. So at 4.4, you don't really need to start Dalot week in, week out, but it can be in rotation with Michael Keane and Van Hecke. Gudmundsson, he is the cheapest starting player in FPL at the moment, only priced at 3.8. So this gives him a spot in my team, and it lets me upgrade in other areas. In midfield, I've gone for Rice. I think that he actually is better value compared to Bukayo Saka. So only priced at 7.2, 26.5% owned. Arsenal, they still have some good fixtures. They are one of the best teams, of course. So having an Arsenal attacker could be a really good option. He can pick up defensive contributions as well, and is on some set pieces for Arsenal. So at 7.2, I actually think that Rice is good value. I have Cunha in. He is the talisman for Man United now with both Bruno Fernandes and Mbeumo out. And I have Kudus in. He's kind of a placeholder. So I will have a look at this at the end. I might actually just go for Cole Palmer as well. So you can see I have actually 4.1 million in the bank, and this is money I will use to upgrade Kudus to Cole Palmer. So you might potentially just save a transfer and go with Cole Palmer in game week 20, but I don't really like the fixture in game week 20 playing away against Man City. So especially if you're going for Guardiola as well, having Guardiola play against Palmer, I wouldn't really like this. So with this team, I have actually saved some funds in the bank to make the Kudus to Cole Palmer available for game week 21. Really good fixtures for Chelsea coming up, but as mentioned, not the best fixture in game week 20. The last player in midfield is Anthony Gordon. He is on set pieces for Newcastle. They have some really good fixtures, and he is the first choice penalty taker. So hopefully Anthony Gordon can do well going forward. And on the bench, Deveni, only priced at 4.3, has actually started the last couple of games for Crystal Palace, but he will hopefully stay on the bench most game weeks. Let's have a look at the forwards as well. Up front, I talked about this fixture a couple of times already. Not the best playing against Chelsea, but on a wildcard, I would just have Erling Haaland in. So they have some solid upcoming fixtures, and this is one of the reasons why I have a Guardiola in as well. So I would have Erling Haaland on a game week 20 wildcard. The next player is Jared Bowen. They have some good fixtures, and in game week 20 they have one of the best fixtures. Playing against Wolves, they only have 2 points so far this season, so I think that West Ham can do well against them this game week. So if West Ham, I know that West Ham, they aren't that impressive themselves, but if they score, I think Jared Bowen has a high chance of being involved. The last forward is Ekitike. So Liverpool, they have had a good fixture run. They still have some good fixtures coming up, even though it's getting a bit tougher. But with Alexander Isak injured, Gakpo not yet 100% fit, I think that Ekitike is still a really good option. So as mentioned, if you don't want to have a pre-planned transfer, you might just go for this team. It has Cole Palmer instead of Kudus. I like Kudus for game week 20, so it might be a 1 week punt before going for Cole Palmer. But if you don't want to use a transfer on Kudus to Cole Palmer, you might as well just go for this team. So Pickford in goal, Van Hecke, Guardiola, Keane. In midfield, Rice, Cunha, Cole Palmer and Gordon. And up front, Erling Haaland, Jared Bowen and Ekitike. I think this team is really strong. I talked about the fixture for Man City. I think that at home, City can do well against Chelsea. Please let me know what you think about this wildcard team in the comments down below. Let's take a look at a free hit team as well. On a game week 20 free hit, I would go for Martinez in goal. On my wildcard, I would go for Jordan Pickford as mentioned, but on a free hit, I really like the fixture for Aston Villa playing at home against Nottingham Forest. So Martinez in goal with Dubravka on the bench. In defense, I would go for Van Hecke, Brighton at home against Burnley. He has attacking threat and he can pick up defensive contribution. So I think this is a really good fixture for Van Hecke. I have Lewis Hall in as well. He has looked good in the last couple of game weeks. So I think that he is a really good option for game week 20. Playing at home against Crystal Palace, they have looked a bit tired recently, so this can potentially be a really good fixture for Newcastle and Lewis Hall. The last player is Michael Keane. I talked about Pickford. I think that having one Everton defender on a free hit is probably enough. So this is why I've gone for the combination of Martinez and Keane. Of course, you can potentially go for Pickford, Cash, something like that, but I think that Martinez and Keane are solid options at the moment. On the bench, I have Dalot playing against Leeds. He's a solid option as well. And I have the cheapest starting defender, Gudmundsson, only priced at 3.8. Let's have a look at the midfield. In midfield, I've gone for some really solid options that's heavily involved in set pieces. Rice taking corners for Arsenal. He is really good value, in my opinion. He can pick up defensive contributions and contribute with attacking returns. Cunha is the talisman for Man United at the moment with both Bruno Fernandes and Mbeumo gone. I have Saka. I wouldn't necessarily have Saka on a wildcard, but I think that on a free hit, I think he's a really good option. I wouldn't like to have Cole Palmer on a free hit considering the fixture against Man City. So Saka is in on a free hit. Anthony Gordon as well. Crystal Palace have looked a bit tired recently, so I think this is a good fixture for Newcastle. And if they get a penalty, Anthony Gordon will probably get some FPL points. Up front on a free hit, I think I would still have Erling Haaland, even though the fixture is not the best. Of course, you can take a punt going against Erling Haaland, but his effective ownership will still be really high. And of course, Man City and Erling Haaland, they can do well at home against Chelsea. So if you want to take a risk, go for someone else. But I think that having Erling Haaland probably makes sense. Jared Bowen, really good fixture playing against Wolves, so he should be included. Only selected by 7.5% of the managers, so he is a really good differential. I have Ekitike in as well, priced at 9.5, selected by close to 40% managers at this rate, but I think that he is a good option for game week 20. So with this team, I think I would go for a captain punt, Erling Haaland against Chelsea. I think having Erling Haaland is a safe option, but I think we should take some risks, and going against Erling Haaland with captaincy makes sense in game week 20. So I think that potentially Jared Bowen could be a fun captain in game week 20. Cunha is another option. He is the talisman as mentioned for Man United, so he is probably the first choice penalty taker as well. So Cunha against Leeds, this could be a fun captain punt in game week 20 as well. But let me know what you think about this free hit team in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more FPL content.